After chugging down 5 raw eggs, Rocky began his daily training routine. He jogged along the highway at 4 a.m., practicing his punches as he weaved through the streets and alleys. Finally, he arrived at the building plaza, panting heavily. With no punching bag available, he furiously practiced on frozen beef, tying his feet with a rope to improve his footwork when his steps faltered. That day, Rocky's training video was featured on TV. He relentlessly pounded the frozen beef until his hands were stained with blood. This sight astonished the champion's assistant, but the champion himself dismissed Rocky's efforts as mere showboating. Even though Rocky knew he was destined to lose, his conviction never wavered for a moment. Gradually, people began to recognize this unknown underdog. Some greeted him, while others tossed him apples. As he persisted in his training, his punches grew faster and his running became swifter and longer. He stood in the plaza, ceaselessly swinging his arms. The day before the match, Rocky visited the boxing gym. When he noticed his name was misprinted on the poster, he kindly informed the organizers. However, they brushed it off, saying, "So what?" Those words seemed to strike a chord with him. Upon returning home, he set a small goal for himself, to stay on his feet until the final round, no matter what. The match day quickly approached. Before the fight, a group of people surrounded the champion, making final preparations. Meanwhile, Rocky knelt alone in the bathroom, praying that he could endure until the end. Amidst a sparse welcome, Rocky quietly stepped into the ring. In contrast, the champion entered with an entourage. Once in the ring, the champion taunted Rocky, boasting that he could defeat him in just 3 rounds. As the bell rang, the champion unleashed a flurry of punches, repeatedly striking Rocky's head in a display of provocation. Rocky fought back, but his opponent easily dodged his attempts. Just as the champion grew overconfident, Rocky seized the opportunity and landed a punch that sent him crashing to the ground. The bar patrons cheered for Rocky. The champion struggled to his feet, his smile long gone. He started taking the fight seriously, cornering Rocky and pummeling him relentlessly. After a brief rest at the end of the first round, the champion landed a heavy blow on Rocky's face. However, Rocky capitalized on the chance and launched a counterattack. Rocky's face was already covered in blood. Despite being overwhelmed by his opponent, he remained standing in the ring. When the champion's hook knocked him down, he struggled to get back up, but his coach urged him to give up. By this point, everyone in attendance was moved by Rocky's unyielding determination. They cheered him on, rallying behind him. Fueled by their chants, Rocky's fists rained down on his opponent like a fierce storm. In that moment, all his hard work and frustration transformed into motivation. As the final bell rang, the entire audience surged towards the ring, cheering for Rocky. The underdog, who had been consistently underestimated, had made it to the end. Although the referee declared the champion the winner, it no longer mattered. Rocky had already achieved victory. He had won when he endured grueling training sessions every dawn. He had triumphed each time he was knocked down and got back up. He had emerged victorious the moment the final bell sounded. As long as you can grit your teeth and push through the darkness, the light of dawn will undoubtedly greet you.